Hello, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com, and it was Loy Machedo. Date is August 3rd, 2015. Time right now is 1:34 in the afternoon. All right, I just wanted to share a few thoughts with you. Now, lately, there's been this petrol hike, which has been happening in all over the UAE. Apparently, the petrol prices for August, as per 7 days newspaper, before it was 69 dirhams, now it's 86 for a 60-liter car. That was a 40-liter previously. 40-liter was 69 dirhams before, now it's 86. A 60-liter car is 103 and now it's 128. 80-liter car was 138, now it's 171. And a 90-liter, that's a four-wheel drive, it's 155 before, 193 now. Now, okay, in as much as the petrol prices have risen, cost of living overall has increased in UAE. Let's say, for instance, before, I remember shopping that used to happen. I could buy, let's say, for 200 dirhams a week. That used to be my shopping. Now it comes to around close to, let's say, 400, 500 at times per week. Let's talk about, before there was no salik, that is the toll gate. Now I have to pay roughly, I think, around 100 or 200 per month on salik. There was no parking fees. Now obviously there is parking. I think I spent close to, say, 100 roughly. Then apart from that, there is also the electricity. I stay in Sharjah. So before I used to pay, I think it used to come around 500 or 600. Now it comes to around 900. This is per month. And then finally, last but not the least, I think there are these other expenses that, let's say, for example, rent. Rent used to be around 27,000 per year. Now my rent is around 45,000, 45,000, and with all the other charges come to 47. So now obviously life in Dubai, the cost of living is increasing. It's becoming expensive, and the fact of the matter is now they're planning to come out with VAT, value added tax. So the question now begins is, how do you survive in Dubai? I remember the days almost 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when my uncle and my relatives, they were also in Dubai. They used to say, "Oh man, the prices have become so expensive. We cannot live. We cannot survive in Dubai." In those days, I remember the rent in Dubai used to be, rent in Sharjah used to be around 6,000 dirhams per year for a decent apartment. 6,000 dirhams. And before that, around 30 years or 35 years ago, it used to be 2,000 dirhams a year. I remember those days where shopping used to be my school fees. My school fees used to be, I think, 60 dirhams a month. Now the school fees, and my parents used to complain and tell me, see how expensive it is. Then it went to 150 dirhams a year, and my parents complained how expensive it is. Today, I have found out that the school fees for any child studying per month is roughly 2,000 to 4,000 dirhams per month. And this is ridiculously expensive. I do not know the names of the school. So what is my verdict on this? See, the fact of the matter is this. The cost of living is always going to go higher. It's never going to come down. We are complaining about the expenses in Dubai, but let me tell you this. The lifestyles, your expenses and your incomes should match your lifestyle. Or rather, your lifestyle should match your income and your expenses. In Canada, in UK, in United States, it's far more expensive than it is here. And I've just found out from some of my friends in the US that most of them, they live in debt. They live in debt throughout their lives. The whole life is just filled living in debt, paying off loans and interests. India is not easy at all. It is very, very difficult, very tough. In fact, Dubai is the only place and only part of the world where you can set up a business and in 2 years you can expect to break even. Places like India, you can expect at least 12 years. So having said that, I would still say that Dubai is far more the best place in the world to live. It is becoming hard. It is becoming hard because we enjoyed a certain level of comfort, a certain level of benefits, where we were living a very good life for very cheap. Now, obviously, we need to tighten our belts to live that same life. However, I would say don't tighten up your belts. Rather, focus on earning more. Focus on developing yourself more. Focus on earning much more per hour than what you used to do before. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. And yes, avoid unnecessary expenses wherever possible. See, when I purchased my car, I had an option to buy a car. A lot of people give me suggestions. It should match your personality. So get yourself a four-wheel drive, get yourself a Hummer or a Cadillac Escalade or let's say, a Land Cruiser. But I thought, I'm being pretty realistic. I spend a lot of money on books, educational material, $6,000 to $7,000. You could say roughly $1,000 to $2,000 a month on books, education, and upgrading myself. So if I would save that and spend it for a car, which is an unnecessary expense, I wouldn't have anything to develop myself or sharpen my skills. So I settled down for instead of spending like 100, 200,000 for a car, dirhams, I spent around roughly 40,000 dirhams and I got myself a good deal. I bought a Nissan Micra, a small little car, really small car, which saved me on fuel, which saved me on insurance, which saved me on the spare parts. And even though it's not a racing car, even though it's not hardcore, I think it takes care of my day-to-day expenses and my day-to-day requirements. Because you need a car just to move around, not to show off, unless, of course, you're in the corporate world and want to show off like no one else's business. So I'm pretty happy. And yes, I do invest where I have to invest in supplements, in good food, in education. I don't compromise on that. I spend a lot of money. However, unnecessary expense like clothes or unless because for me I don't have to invest very much on clothes. But yes, for sports related accessories and clothes, I spend a good amount of money there. So you need to know what is important for you to spend, and you need to segregate it, and you need to plan out your expenses. It's very important, especially to upgrade yourself. Do not hold back where you have to upgrade your skills, your talent, your ability to market yourself, and to get a worthwhile paying job that pays you more per hour than what you're earning. Because if you stay in your comfort zone and you're earning less, you're not going to survive this price hike or this increase in the standard of living. Now, my final verdict is simply this. Dubai is by far the best place in the world, at least as far as I look at it, to earn, to live, and to promulgate. The only drawback over here is you'll only get a working visa, and the day you reach 50 or 60, say 60 or 60 plus, and you're no longer any use, or you can't get a job, obviously you'll have to leave this place. But every country has its plus and minus. So if you want to live a comfortable life, a luxurious life, Dubai is the place to be. And I would say the amenities and the lifestyle that they offer here in Dubai, nowhere else. Even today, if you look at it, I think the petrol prices are the cheapest compared to anywhere in the world. And I still believe Dubai has a lot of benefits to offer. The only sad part is, yes, we were enjoying this much amount of luxury, and today we have to cut down to even a little bit less. But overall, I think it's playing smart, being smart, earning more, saving where you need to save, and intelligently spending. I would say where your groceries are concerned, go to cheaper outlets, find out where they're selling, like say vegetables or day-to-day expenses relatively low. You don't need to buy everything brand new. Where you can save money. Don't overspend on clothes. See good deals, go during sale, and yes, have other sources of income, because that's the only way you can survive. So Loy from LoyMachedo.com, and who's Loy Machedo, sharing with you the fact that yes, life in Dubai is becoming more and more expensive. The cost of living is increasing. But at the end of the day, this is the best place to be. You can really make a lot of money here. but you need to be smart. So if you have any questions or comments, love to hear from you. But yes, I would tell you this: invest in yourself and make sure that you're earning much more and not staying in your comfort zone, because that's the only way you're going to survive. Love to hear from you. Have any questions, feel free to ask. Good, bad, ugly. Love to hear your comments. Goodbye for now.